This is just wow.
Welcome to Petra, a wonder of the world that normally looks like this. But we're here during the quietest period in decades. 95% fewer people means we're seeing secrets most visitors miss. If you've been dreaming of visiting, here's why waiting could be a huge mistake.
So it's just gone 5:30. We're going to go meet our guide in a minute and get a jump start on the day before it gets too hot.
Things to see in one day are the main highlights. We are at this point and we will move down the canyon, the Siq.
So we're just walking through the main Siq now. This is the first part, first section.
If you made a strong sound, the rocks will collapse, okay? There's no way to do this in normal days.
No. So we are just walking through the Siq and we are the only people here.
Lonely in Petra, lonely. This is
Absolutely.
really unusual.
This is just wow. There's been plenty of things that have taken our breath away, but this, and I think it's only going to get worse as we get further along.
Do you know the total length of the Siq?
1.3 kilometers.
Wow.
So we have two camels and the man guiding the camels. This is a caravan.
Yeah.
So remember we said
it's
1,300 meters long, this
Yeah.
caravan, and we did so far maybe 600, 700,
Sure.
600, still, less than half. And I want you to see that these are pottery, clay, ceramic pipes.
Okay, yeah.
40 centimeters in length, 10 inches in diameter, connected to each other, male into a female, connecting the spring water or the water of springs in the mountains of Wadi Musa, 7 kilometers far to Petra. Some rocks get colored like this one, but I want you to compare, for example, this rock to this rock. Look. Do you find this rock special somehow? Is there anything special here? Look, the answer is no. I'm sorry for this. There's nothing special here, but look to this. I want you just to compare. What about this one?
Yeah.
Smooth, colored, yellow, whatever. But honestly, nothing is special here. And the special thing is behind you. Get closer. You see?
Yeah. The
This
layers.
You see the colors and the layers and stuff? It's beautiful, but honestly, not special. And the only special thing in the whole place here is what you see there.
Oh my God. So when you're walking along the Siq here in Petra, and then all of a sudden, Ismail distracts you, you turn around, and then you see this. Well guys, that is the treasury. And what a sight it is. And there's barely anybody here. A wonder of the world. It really is quite hard to just explain how amazing that is. It's something you just have to see. Ismail was saying that at the moment, because of the conflict in Gaza and the situation earlier in the year, tourism's down by about 90% to 95%, which is why, even though it's almost 8 a.m, we are amongst 4 tourists, six people visiting, where normally there would be about 600 to 1,000 at this time of the morning, with 5,000 to 6,000 visiting each day.
Why do we call it a treasury then? If it is a temple, as I say, or many others say, or if it is a tomb of Aretas IV, as many others say, why do we call it a treasury? It's a new name, nickname based on a legend that people always believed that there are treasures hidden in the building. So they came around 75 years ago and they shut the building, believing that if there is some treasure, it will be definitely either in the main statue, the main figure of the treasury, or on the top crown, which we call the urn on the top. So you can see traces or bullet marks on both of the crown and the statue. They thought the treasures are hidden there and they will fall down, but they couldn't find anything. So it's just a legend, it's just a nickname for the place.
While you're at the Treasury, it's the perfect time to pause for a tea or a coffee, browse a few souvenirs, or pick up a traditional Jordanian scarf to shield yourself from the sun, and the friendly vendors will even show you how to wear it properly. Everything you buy here goes straight to the Bedouin families who run these stalls. It's a lovely way to take home a memory and support the local community at the same time. Just to the right hand side of the Treasury there's a small hut, and for 10 dinar a person you can walk up a small set of stairs. It takes around 10 minutes, but it gets you to one of the other viewpoints you might see on social media. It's not the top down view, as for that shot you need to do a 3-hour hike, which for a lot of people is going to be well out of the time they've got at Petra, but for a 10-minute scramble up some stairs, this one ain't half bad either.
Down at the ticket office is 10 dinar per person. Suddenly thinking I'm in Morocco again. But previously the guides could charge whatever they wanted. So just be cautious of that and make sure you're aware when you come, because it's a flat fee governed by the government themselves. And the view for 10 dinar a person is that. That was a lot less treacherous than what it looked at some of the videos online. Yeah, some of the older videos showed people like jumping up rocks. That's what I'm saying. I've done a good thing doing that, even if it means at 10 dinar per person. It's really not a bad thing.
The Treasury is impossibly photogenic from every angle. Whether you pop up to the small viewing platform for 10 JD or tackle the 3-hour hike to the top viewpoint, you're guaranteed incredible shots.
As Petra wakes up, you'll often find local Bedouins at these viewpoints with colourful rugs laid out. For a small fee, they'll serve fresh tea or coffee and even share tips for the best photos.
It's clear to see why the Treasury is considered a highlight of Petra. It truly lives up to the hype.
2,000-year-old Nabatean temple wrapped in mystery with some 27 theories about its origins. It's the kind of place that sparks your imagination instantly.
The Treasury was mind-blowing, but we are so excited for what's coming up because most visitors don't see it on their visit to Petra. Let us know in the comments, is the Treasury on your travel bucket list? As we move on from the Treasury, we're entering what used to be the heart of Petra, a vibrant city centre that once housed about 10,000 people.
Let me show you this. This is a chance to see how tombs would look, how they would look like from inside.
Oh wow.
See, this is how typically tombs look from inside. They are always single cave, single room.
Yeah.
And what you see in the background are the coffins. That is where people were found dead.
It was incredible hearing Ismail share how these ancient tombs were later repurposed as homes by the Bedouin, a memory he still vividly recalls from his childhood. As we continued into Petra's downtown, the city truly opens up. A massive theatre which once held up to 8,500 people is an impressive sight. At the top of the adjacent hill, the royal tombs, overlooking the heart of the city below. Strolling alongside the colonnaded street offers a true sense of what this once thriving city, the capital of the Nabatean Empire, must have been like.
If you thought, guys, if you wanted to hire donkeys on the way to the monastery, he's inviting you to do so.
We're okay, thank you.
Think about it.
Sure.
I know you are strong, you can move, but for health.
I'm trying to keep fit.
I know you carry the donkey, but for health.
While in Petra, you'll find plenty of vendors offering rides on horses, mules and camels. The animals appeared well cared for, but we chose to explore on foot, enjoying the sense of achievement it brings. The vendors aren't pushy. If you politely decline, they're happy to move on, and at no point did we feel pressured.
Okay then, so we just had a very quick bathroom stop because we've now got an hour to walk up to the monastery. One of the harder routes here in Petra with over 800 steps. It's getting a tad warm and it's only 9:30 in the morning, but it's going to be good. Apparently the view is spectacular, so well worth checking out. So this is the trail in question to Aldair, which is otherwise known as the monastery. So something to bear in mind, you don't want to be doing this in flip-flops or high heels, because the road and the path is a little bit rocky. It is definitely getting warm here, that's for sure.
As we walked, a shimmering sparkle in the rock caught my eye. Ismail explained that it was caused by iron and manganese oxides in the sandstone created by water deposits over millions of years.
So thankfully, walking along, despite the fact there are 700 steps, there is some respite in these shady little channels, which is fantastic. It is very dusty. My black trainers are now brown. So we are walking the Aldair Monastery route, and it is just heartbreaking how quiet it is here. You know, we can see two other people that are walking this route to one of the most popular sites in the whole area, and yet it feels like we have it to ourselves.
With the steep incline and the heat, the 800 plus steps up to the monastery are definitely a challenge and require a bit of effort. Along the way, small stalls offer drinks and there's even a little cafe to take a break.
Hey! You made it, guys.
Yeah.
So we've made it 75% of the way up and we're almost at the top. Not much longer. Duck. Duck.
After the 800 plus step climb, arriving at the foot of the monastery and taking in its stunning facade was a moment to remember and well worth the effort.
So one of the beauties of working with a local guide like Ismail is that he's taking us to viewing points that as a general tourist you would never know about, and the majority of people, as he was saying, don't even know about. So proper local knowledge, really making the most of the views, the desert and everything we just worked for climbing up to the monastery. Just phenomenal. The landscape is something else. It is hot, but it is totally worth it.
It's hard to imagine the emotions felt when Petra was rediscovered back in 1812, as even today it's breathtaking and quite overwhelming. Because of the long walk and steep climb, far fewer visitors make it to the monastery, leaving you with the feeling that you have the lost city to yourself along with the local guides.
At the monastery there are plenty of viewpoints to choose from, and if you're unsure, the local guides can, for a small fee, help you capture some incredible photos.
At 45 metres high and 50 metres wide, the monastery is the largest rock-cut facade at Petra, albeit not the most intricately detailed like the Treasury. That hasn't, however, stopped it being featured in many Hollywood movies. Let us know in the comments if you recognise it and where from.
If you'd like to mark the achievement, you can even pick up a small souvenir from one of the local sellers at the top. We chose a hand-carved camel. Fun tip, if you're a fan of Thailand's elephant pants, Jordan has camel pants. Honestly, when Tom said over 800 steps in mid 30-degree heat, I wasn't entirely convinced. And yes, there were 800 plus steps and it definitely was hot. But with a bit of planning, the right clothes, plenty of water and a few breaks, it turned out to be very manageable. Any effort quickly melted away the moment we saw the monastery up close. Though, of course, we still had the walk back down. Just watch your step, it can be a bit uneven.
We're almost there. You can now see the flat part just down there. Right, still got a few little steps to go. Are these the last steps? Yes. They are. Oh. You made it! Come on, last couple.
Nikki, are you okay?
She's good. She's good.
I'm proud of you.
Last step. Oh, flat.
Finally back down, this time we'd walk along the colonnaded street, the Roman road through the heart of downtown ancient Petra.
It was like hours ago that we were here.
I know. It was hours ago. It really was hours ago.
The colonnaded street built in the 2nd century was a prime example of how ancient civilizations continually built on top of each other in Petra.
By the way, this is pure Roman. It has
Yeah.
never been rebuilt.
Wow.
What you see, the stones here are Roman, the same way they laid them down.
I would come this way if I were you. He's beautiful, your horse. London, your horse is beautiful, so pretty. Love it. Yeah.
Nice people, welcome to Petra.
Please, can I?
She's
I have-
at here. She's expert in horses.
Yeah, I know that.
Hello.
Or just call Arab.
Arab horses. Beautiful. Yeah, very pretty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just walking back towards the treasury from the top end of Petra down through what would have been the downtown area, and it's noticeably getting a little bit busier than it was first thing in the morning. It's also worth noting that there are plenty of toilets in this area, so do use them if you need to. If you're planning on heading up to the monastery, they do get a little bit more scarce, so make sure you use the ones at the bottom of the route, as it's a good 3/4 of the way up before you'll find another one.
It's a lot quicker walking down.
It's an awful lot quicker walking back.
51 minutes.
From where?
I don't know.
Slight insanity aside, it was amazing how different it all looked walking back at a different time of day with the change in light. Evidently there were more people at the treasury than there were first thing in the morning, but even so, as you can see, compared to their normal busier times, there's barely any visitors here. The added bonus to walking to the monastery and back is that you get a second viewing of the treasury in different light before you leave Petra. Walking back through the winding Siq, the shade provided some welcomed respite from the hot midday sun. It also gave us the perfect opportunity to chat with Ismail and reflect on the day, as well as meeting the local legend that Ismail refers to as the Jordanian Jack Sparrow.
Petra had always been on my bucket list, but we'd never managed to find the right time to visit. Experiencing it now, up close and without the crowds, was something I never imagined. Having a local guide was absolutely essential. We learned so much about the culture and history from Ismail. Booking with local guides also supports the community and their families in these challenging times. So if you're thinking of going, now is truly the perfect moment.
Now let's dive into the essentials you'll want to know before you go. First up, we'd highly recommend to book a local guide. We toured with Ismail, who grew up right here in Petra, and there's simply no better way to learn and live the site. Exploring with someone who remembers the Bedouin living in the caves brings a depth of history and passion that makes your visit truly unforgettable. A once-in-a-lifetime experience like exploring with a friend. You can walk Petra on your own, but you won't experience it the same way. We couldn't rate Ismail highly enough, and we'll drop his details in the description below.
Petra gets hot, especially in summer. Pack lightweight natural layers to keep cool and covered. While there's no strict dress code here, modest clothing is more in line with local culture, and don't forget comfortable walking shoes. Even with a good pair of walking shoes, the paths can be very awkward. Also, bring a wide brim hat, a scarf to cover your shoulders, and a portable fan.
Speaking of heat, we'd highly recommend carrying electrolyte sachets. They're small, light, and an absolute lifesaver for staying hydrated. They'll keep you enjoying Petra, not desperately hunting for shade.
The gates open at 6 AM and it's absolutely worth the early alarm. You'll beat the heat, the crowds, and catch that golden morning light.
We would highly recommend to plan ahead. There are at least 8 walking routes here at Petra. The main route is an easy 3.9 kilometre return through the Siq to the treasury and on to the temple of the Pharaoh's daughter. If you're heading to the monastery, however, add another 800 to 900 steps and 2.5 kilometres. You can also do one-way tours from Little Petra down, but you'll miss that beautiful golden hour light and the magical reveal of the treasury.
If you're staying overnight, we loved the Petra guest house. It's literally at the entrance. The team were fantastic and offered us a late checkout so we could shower after our hike before moving on. Chatting with them at reception, they even gave us a free room upgrade.
And even if you're not staying at the guest house, check out the cave bar. It's set inside a 2,000-year-old Nabatean tomb, officially the oldest bar in the world. There's nothing quite like it. It's great for an evening drink or a post-Petra pit stop for a snack if you need it. If you're staying a little further away from the main gate at Petra, be sure to check out one of the #1 ranked restaurants online, Falafel Time. This awesome little restaurant overlooking the valley does some fantastic Jordanian food to either sit in many of their different areas or to take away. As ever, the food and hospitality was spot on.
And like that, it's 1:05, so 7 hours 5 minutes later, 25,000 steps-ish, and we are done. We're back at the visitor centre where we started with Ismail right here. So if you're looking for the best tour of Petra, give this man a message. We'll drop his details in the chat, and you can't do any wrong.
Waiting for you.
Love it.
Lovely.
Right, thanks guys.
But don't click away yet. Coming up in our next video, we're linking back up with driver Iyad and we're heading into the sands of Wadi Rum for one of our strangest and most memorable overnights ever. Subscribe now so you're along for the ride.
Haven't seen it yet? Our full Amman video exploring Jordan's capital is on screen right now. Give it a watch.